Assalamualaikum and hi. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Kamalina binti Kamaruddin, and today's topic I'm going to talk about ocean acidification. This topic is very interesting and also very important for us. So let's begin with what is ocean acidification. If you think ocean acidification is involved in the pH value of the seawater, you are absolutely correct. Okay. According to lifescience.com, it's referred to the process of our planet's ocean becoming more acidic due to the global increase in carbon dioxide emission. So, as you know, carbon dioxide is naturally act as a carbon storage, which is store carbon. Ocean acidification is sometimes called as climate change equally evil twin. This is due to the significance and harmful consequences of excess carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. So, ocean acidification is only the popular topic due to that we can feel it, the negative impact slowly that happen to us. Unlike the climate change we can feel it directly because it happens to us inland, which is like for ocean acidification, it happening underwater, and the impact is, I can say, is they assume that it's not a big deal because it doesn't happen directly and it doesn't happen to human. The people assuming it doesn't happen, but it's really very harmful to human and also very harmful for our environment. Okay, have you ever wondered what is actually happening to the carbon that dissolve in seawater? Okay, first, sources of carbon. Carbon is both from natural and human sources in the atmosphere. So, natural sources including decomposition, ocean release, and respiration. As for human sources, come from activities like deforestation and burning of fossil fuel like coal, oil, and natural gas. That's the biggest carbon sources from human activities. One thing about ocean is very good at sucking up carbon dioxide from the air. It absorbs about 1/4 of carbon dioxide that we humans create when we burn fossil fuel. If not for the ocean, we'll be in worse trouble with too much CO2 in our environment. At first, scientists thought that this might be a good thing because it will leave less carbon dioxide in the air to warm the planet. But instead, when carbon dioxide dissolves in seawater, the water becomes more acidic and it will disturb the ocean pH. This issue is very worrying because the salinity of the ocean is very important in maintaining the balance needed for animals, especially in making strong shell. So now, in details, what is actually happening and in seawater? Okay, first, the chemical reaction occur that reduce the pH value of the ocean and also carbonate ion concentration and disturb the saturation states of biological calcium carbonate. That actually helps in building shells in many organisms. If the water is too acidic, the organism will face a difficulty in making strong shell and for adaptation of new environment. With ocean acidification is going strong now, is going harsh. So what happened to the environment? What happened to our marine life and what happened to human? With that, let's talk about the impact. As many things that going on under the water with ocean acidification is going harsh now, our marine life will have difficulty in adjusting themselves in new environment, especially in this harsh environment, because small changes in pH of seawater can have the negative impact and can be very harmful to them, especially to the marine life that have shells or skeleton that made from calcium carbonate. That body of them can dissolve as the acidity of the ocean increases over time. The shell will dissolve way faster. Other than that, these organisms that have or produce the calcium carbonate structure have to work extra harder to repair the damage of their shells in order for them to survive. Okay, in this process, the shell will dissolve way faster than for them to actually repair it. So that's why it's very harmful for them. And also, in this process, it could use more energy than expected, so it will affect the animal's ability to grow and reproduce healthily. As day by day, the environment will become more harsh, and so that the animal that are able to survive is very small, with this it can affecting the food chain or food web. Some organisms such as algae and seagrass may benefit from higher carbon dioxide concentration in the ocean, as they may increase their photosynthesis and growth rate. But however, a more acidic environment will have that more negative impact than positive impact to the underwater organisms. In the table, it shows a summary of effect ocean acidification among the organisms. As you can see, the algae has positive impact of growth, and for others, organisms such as mollusks and echinoderms, corals, and all that will have negative impacts. So it causes more harm than good. So next is impact of ocean acidification to human. As usual, many people thought that we will no longer be safe to enter or to have fun in the ocean or seawater due to the acidification things, but that is not true, even in the most extreme scenario for the next century. Because the ocean pH of 7.8 is not directly harmful to human. In fact, many swimming pool maintenance guides suggest that people keep their pool pH between 7.2 and 7.8. The impacts is really can be seen because humans really rely on ocean resources for food, transportation, recreation, and medicines. Most of the shellfish we eat are going to be negatively impacted by ocean acidification due to the fact that they will be unable to build sturdy shells. Besides that, the most important organism is zooplankton because they play the biggest role in the food web of the ocean, and also almost all larger fish or larger life eat zooplankton or other animals that eat zooplankton. It's very important, so their survival is very important to us. Besides that, many of the fish that we eat are also dependent on shells animal for their food source, so entire food chain is in jeopardy. So if you talk about ocean acidification, it's going in our head, it's related to coral reef. Okay, it's also a major concern. The presence of healthy coral reef is important to our survival because we rely on them for food, coastal protection, medicine, and tourism. And for coastal protection, to protect shoreline from disrupting a big wave or storm. Coral reef are sometimes considered to be the medicine cabinet due to important sources of medicines being developed to treat cancer, human bacterial infection, Alzheimer's disease, heart disease, viruses, and other diseases. That is why coral reef is very important to us, but because of ocean acidification is going very harsh right now, it will destroy the coral reef. As for next impact on human is definitely for tourism, because it will definitely affected by the impact of ocean acidification on marine ecosystem. For example, most people recognize the aesthetic quality of coral reef because it's such a beautiful creatures. So if ocean acidification going way harsh than before, so coral reef will have problem or destroyed, so then tourism will not doing well. With all this impact, day by day, the ocean acidification going worse due to carbon dioxide emission. So the capacity of the ocean that acts as carbon and for climate change regulation will decreases. Then less effective in moderating climate change. This is very bad and very worrying. This will definitely have negative impact in our environment very badly. So now, let's talk about how to stop or reduce ocean acidification. We know that carbon dioxide mostly comes from human activities such as burning fossil fuel. Human action have accelerated ocean acidification, but human action can also slow down the process. There are actually many things that we can do to slow down the process as an individual, community, and also global. With this, if everyone is very responsible with their action, it will definitely reduce the ocean acidification and carbon dioxide emission. Okay, first, fossil fuels are burned to produce energy and to make vehicle run. One of the easiest way for an individual to take part as for their responsibility is to use less energy. With using less product will lead to a decreased demand to create a new product of a new material, so every person should be able to think of a way they can consume less in their daily life. Because fossil fuels are also burned in factories to make products that we use every day. The sayings reduce, reuse, recycle also applies to the ocean acidification crisis. Next is always remember to use energy efficiently, create energy more efficiently so that there is less carbon dioxide to be put out into the atmosphere. Besides that, protect the marine habitat and wildlife so that the ocean is more resilient and can bounce back from the damage that has already been caused. Like, we can slow down the process so that we can actually help them to have that time to repair themselves instead of like they don't have that time, so damage is continuously. Lastly, I just want to say that in our era, there are so many people that have created like all the green option, all the environmental friendly stuff. This will also help to fight the effect of ocean acidification. Actually, the small things that we do actually will really help the environment in a long time period. That is all from me. Thank you so much.